Hello then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my video of my top 5 favourite Unreal Tournament weapons. Now we'll start off with all the weapons that I hate. I hate the sniper rifle. Not that there's anything wrong with it, I just don't see the point in a sniper rifle in most of the matches on this game. Obviously in matches like Capture the Flag Facing Worlds and Capture the Flag Lava Giant and certain domination missions, then it's good to have a sniper rifle for a base defense. But otherwise it's just pointless, because in this sort of arena a sniper is useless. Secondary fire is obviously your zoom, which is good because you can actually zoom in to whatever point you like, up to 8.3. And primary fire obviously is shooting. My next least favourite, I really don't like it apart from one thing, is the rocket launcher. And the only good thing about it is it has grenades that bounce around before exploding and will explode on impact if you fire them at an enemy. The best thing about this gun, however, is that you can stack up bullets and fire up to 6 shots at once. This you can also do with the grenades to really clear out enemies around corners. But still, I still don't like it. My next least favourite is the GES Bio Rifle. Apart from the fact that them giant green bogies explode on impact with an enemy, I don't really see much point in it except for very short term defending of an entranceway to your base. The secondary fire allows you to charge it up and fire a big glob of green bogies, which will expand out into a certain area before exploding a few seconds later. Seems ultimately pointless to me. My next least favourite weapon is of course the minigun. The minigun is a good gun and I do like it, however it's not good enough to make it into my top 5 weapons. And so therefore, I'm sorry minigun, but you've had your day. Apart from being good for clearing large groups of enemies, the minigun is pretty much useless apart from the fact that it shares its ammo capacity with another weapon, which we will get to in just a brief second. The next weapon, before we get into my top 5, is the Ripper. Now the Ripper has a very unique feature in that you can bounce the bullets off walls. Not like you can with the grenades of the rocket launcher, but they actually bounce around. And they will they'll bounce off about 6 walls before disappearing. And they make a very good sound when they blow past your head. Secondary fire allows you to make the disc explode on impact. And it makes a very interesting after sound when you've pulled the trigger. Yes, fans of westerns will recognise that sound. So as we move into my top 5, we start with number 8, which is the 5th gun on my list. It's the flat cannon, which otherwise relates to a shotgun. Basically, you can primary fire allows you to shoot shrapnel at people that explode, that comes apart like a buckshot gun. Secondary fire is a grenade that explodes into a big ball of shrapnel. You can damage yourself with this, so I wouldn't recommend shooting it at walls. It does very high damage, and if you can get the ball to explode on impact with your enemy, it does immense damage. So moving to the 4th gun on my top 5, and it's in fact weapon number 4, the AMSD shock rifle. Primary fire is a railgun of sorts, and secondary fire fires big energy plasma balls. And the unique thing about this gun is you can shoot the secondary fire with the primary fire and create a little explosion. Not that little, of course. Number 3 on my list is the pulse rifle. No, not the ones from Alien vs Predator. This one is in fact a pulse rifle. Secondary fire has a radius of 200 meters, which apparently is not enough to shoot all the way to that wall. However, primary fire will fire as long as you want it. And I mainly use primary fire when I'm shooting. My second favourite weapon is of course the Redeemer. Primary fire being a thermonuclear warhead that flies towards your target and explodes in a giant blast wave that's never been equalled in any other game ever. Secondary fire allows you to take control of the missile, and you can only carry 2 missiles at once. Which of course means that my number 1 favourite weapon is in fact the Enforcer, or the Twin Enforcers to be precise. Remember I said the minigun shares its bullets with another weapon? Well, it is this one. So if you ever run out of bullets with your Twin Enforcers, or with your single Enforcer, just go run along and pick up some minigun ammunition. You see? And I like how secondary fire allows you to hold them gangster style and fire really like twice as fast. In a pistols only match, there's nothing better than running around with 2 of these things firing as fast as you can. Brilliant. And of course we come to my number 1 out of the 2 melee weapons, and that is in fact the chainsaw, because I fucking hate the impact hammer. You can have a look at the impact hammer if you view the tutorial, but to me nothing beats the chainsaw in any game really as a melee weapon. There's nothing like running up to your enemy, grinding at them with a chainsaw, or swinging it horizontally to take off their head. Unfortunately in this game you cannot take off people's heads with the chainsaw, but if you aim at their head and do the secondary fire, you can get a headshot like you would with a sniper rifle. So thank you for watching this little video about the weapons of Unreal Tournament, and be sure to tell me what your favourite is and why. Thank you for watching.